Mimir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. But I can just tell you this story later.
Yeah, I like how it shifts that focus. It's like, well, I'll just tell you later. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. I'm AJ Gels. We're back with God of War. Let's try that again. Last video, we tried to go mess around in Muspelheim, getting our butts kicked. Well, alright. Can't get through that door, I guess. There's got to be something involved in those things. I just can't figure it out yet. But we're back out here in the Lake of Nine, just goofing around, just doing some exploring before we get back on the main quest. I guess that would be in the next video. So if you don't want to see a bunch of exploring and random stuff in the boat, this is kind of your turn back now. Yeah, again, there's got to be something, some way to activate those things. We got to be missing something. If you're noticing our gauntlets and spaulders are a little weird, you didn't check out the last video. As while we were doing the challenges in Muspelheim, we crafted them. Really, I dig the look. I was saying this in that video. I think we're in an area that we don't have like the right characters to deal with. And by that I mean, again, you're seeing these orbs. I think we either need a different power or a character is going to join us. Like, I had a friend who told me, "Oh, is it still just you and the boy?" I'm like, "Yeah." So maybe there's another character. Maybe he was referencing Mimir. I'm not entirely sure. Whoa, dark elves. Jeez, what I was saying, I said this last video. I'm kind of surprised at the amount of depth in this game, and not necessarily from a standpoint of holy go. What was I saying? Not necessarily from a standpoint of fuck, let me start this point over, because I got lost in my own head. I was talking about the crafting. There we go. That was the point I was trying to make. God, this guy's irritating.
I'm not ready.
You don't look too good.
Hold up! Up you go.
Damn it.
Never seen one of those before. They look like they walked straight out of hell.
There we go. Dark Elf Lord. Bigger, faster, and stronger than any Dark Elf we fought so far. Their attacks so strong that deaf and blind us. They fight like just blah 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 blah. And we kind of fought one of those things. Okay, what the hell was I saying? I got lost to my own point. Oh, it was about the crafting. There's a surprising amount of depth within there. Not necessarily in what you have to do, but the amount that can be crafted, how it pushes exploration. It's I gotta say, it's surprising. I thought there'd be like a spirit or something to talk to there. Wait, we've been up here already? That's weird. It's like we've been up here. Maybe we have been.
Not too hard.
I'm gonna figure out what those things do. Okay, I'm not sure if I figured this out. My feeling is we've been to this like little area or inlet, whatever you want to call it, before. It's just different this time because we're now here with the, like, we were able to get to this part before, but because the water closed. That's my guess, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. So we've already been down this way. Let's see what it's like now. Yeah.
Fafnir, you never did tell me why Freya spit in your face.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. It all goes back to the long war between the Aesir and Vanir. Prior to that, wars for the Aesir were easily won, but the Vanir had proved their equal and exacted devastating damage. Both sides suffered tremendous losses, and for many of us, quite frankly, war was simply no fun anymore, but a rather senseless waste of precious life. Wouldn't you agree, brother? Precisely. Enough was enough. And at last, Odin's most brilliant advisor became determined to find a more enlightened path. He set about to broker a peace between the gods. took some convincing, but ultimately Odin was persuaded to marry his deadliest enemy, a certain Vanir goddess, legendary not only for her fertile beauty, but her genius at the very Vanir magic that Odin had long aspired to master.
Freya married Odin? What was in it for her?
It was a sacrifice to protect her people, a selfless act of love. Truly, she deserves better than she got. But of course, there's more to that story.
Okay, just not gonna tell it? Alright. I'm not sure what's technically been like if there's any point to coming back to these old areas, because okay, with this one I'm gonna guess not, because we've already been here. Yeah, okay, this one I don't think. Oh, cool! Do you notice it glows in the dark? Oh, that's neat. Yeah, because we've been here. Because this little area was where we docked the first time. Okay. There's really no point coming back here. There's probably going to be some stuff like that in this video of just me accidentally backtracking. I really like the look of the Leviathan axe right now with all like the gold accents and everything.
I see something down there.
And stuff for upgrading, alright.
Feels strange somehow.
No doubt some arcane magics were involved. I would be not at all surprised to learn you were sensitive to that.
Why is that? Why don't you share, Mimir?
Should we dock on this beach? I can't believe Odin and Freya were ever married.
Love and hate are more closely intertwined than you might imagine. For instance, Odin hates the giants and they him. But Thor's own mother was the giantess Fjorgun, one of Odin's great loves.
So Thor's half god and half giant? Weird.
Once Fjorgun was gone, lonely ages passed for Odin. And as war with the Vanir raged, I could see what he really wanted beneath his bluster. And after no small amount of convincing, Freya agreed. For a while there, he really turned on the charm. He seemed happy. He seemed interested in making her happy. He granted her so many wishes I can scarcely recall them all. The peace held, and I truly believed all had worked out better than I could have planned. But Odin's true face showed itself again in the end. Oh, he won Freya's trust, and she taught him some of her Vanir magic, another choice she would live to bitterly regret. Sadly, despite his wise counsellors' best efforts to persuade him that peace was the only true path to stave off Ragnarok, Odin never let go of his obsession with Jotunheim. The taste of Vanir magic led him to new forms of experimentation and new levels of depravity.
Mimir doesn't not a big fan of not a big fan of our friend
Here we go!
Oh, I never noticed that. Did anyone else see the kid like jump off my back?
Ready?
That was a fun... I'm not gonna lie, I actually really liked that fight. I never noticed Atreus jumping off of Kratos' back like that. I don't know why I find that such a neat effect. It just was. Yeah, we still don't know how to get access to those chests. Well, this is great. Now we're stuck. Says there's another... We found another boat dock. Ah, okay, okay. I see it now. Kid, get your electric arrows ready. Destroys those roots. Seeing him just out there in the distance, it's really spooky to me. Maybe it's my irrational fear of snakes. I don't know. There we go. Now we just need to take the boat over there.
Okay, obviously the marriage to Odin didn't last. But how did Frey end up a hermit in the woods?
Oh, that was a singular piece of cruelty, even for Odin. As if the marriage wasn't punishment enough. Freya was better to him than he deserved. She stuck it out through all manner of indignity, all in the name of maintaining peace and safety for her people. But Odin's madness, his tyranny, his corruption of her magics, it became more than she could stomach, and at long last she broke it off. Odin's wrath was fierce, and his curses upon her were more than she dared to fear.
But her magic was so much stronger than his.
After so much time together, he knew her vulnerabilities, and exploited them to craft curses she could never break.
Oh, like not being able to leave Midgard.
Worse still, he robbed her of her warrior spirit. Freya cannot fight, even to defend herself. No living thing may she harm by blade nor spell. In a world this belligerent, what choice does she have but isolation?
Poor Freya. I guess if I was her, I'd spit in your face too.
Aye, lad. So would I.
I still love how he's just a head. Just sitting there on the... He's just a head sitting there on the boat next to the kid. Alright, so we did that. Also, we could put that down. And we run over here. We get in the boat, swim around. There's boat around, whatever. He just tosses it to the kid. And this is where the zombies come get us. I love how those things have lids. You just smashes them open. Eh. Oh, that's actually a cooler move than I thought it was. Oh, that's sweet. I actually like this Glaive Storm ability. And we'll actually upgrade it. Oh, that's cool. I was about to say, what was that even worth all the rummaging around in there? Yes, it was. Well, we got to find a way to move these. Because I figured this out. Figured out how to unlock how to get access to those chests. The thing we got to do is we got to find a way to. Gotta move these. Oh well, they're just chests. They aren't like super important chests either. I don't feel like sitting here for 15 minutes doing a puzzle for simple crap. Especially because I feel like I wasted enough time. Like I said at the beginning, this is all just basically a let's explore the world and enjoy the backstory video. Because, in all honesty, these moments in the boat with the kid, and I guess now the severed head, are actually my favorite moments.
Is there a story for the giant with the flaming sword?
Stuart the Brave. Of course. We've spoken so much of frost giants. It's about time we instead met the most fiery giant of all.
Well, it's because I don't feel like sitting here.
Later.
Yeah, there we go. Well, that is awesome.
At the ready.
Well, Oh, that's not what I thought that was.
Felt that one, brother.
I love this. It just rips its heart out.
That was good, right?
Better.
Fire Sigil of Might. Huh. That was fun. That was not what I thought that was. For some reason, what I thought we were going to fight there was, or find there, was something for, we get some sort of item or something at the end of the Muspelheim trials. I think it's like the Gauntlet of Surt or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what it is. And
I might fry up a sausage for you.
thanks, thanks, dude. We'll talk. We'll talk to you after we get that chisel thing. Because I'm not gonna do all this dumb explore. Which technically, I guess we could help Brock and all them. But again, this is a. I keep saying it. This is an exploration video. I'm still befuddled that there is, I like that word too, there's side missions in a God of War game. It's just such an odd concept to me.
Right then, where were we? Ah yes, we were speaking of Surt the Brave, the fire giant. Back when Ymir first emerged from Ginnungagap, it was Surt who followed next. He came from Muspelheim, the fire realm, bringing heat to the young cosmos, conjuring the sun from his primordial flame. But let's come back to that flaming sword, shall we? Surt the Brave forged his sword of flame for one purpose alone: to burn down Asgard when Ragnarok comes at last. His destiny is to fall in the hands of Thor and Odin, but in so doing, strike the blow that leaves their realm in ash and ruin. From that destruction, the world can be born anew. Until then, alone he waits in Muspelheim, never sleeping, ever honing his fiery blade. Brave, generous Surt, who knows he lives but to his doom. All because he chooses to serve a grand cycle so much bigger than himself. To truly embrace your purpose and the patience and sacrifice it demands is to ensure your day will come.
Do you think we'll be there when that day comes?
I've seen enough of war between the gods, but you, little brother, who can say?
Thanks, Freddy foreshadowing. I have no doubt that that's going to be what happens. That's going to be the... I've been talking with people. I think they're setting up a trilogy here. I'm not sure if that's been announced. The flip was that? I'm not sure if it's been announced, like, officially. That they're gonna base like a new trilogy off of this game. It wouldn't surprise me if that's what they were gonna do. Damn it.
Come on, get up, brother.
But yeah, I think they're gonna do a new. I think they're gonna be doing a new trilogy for this game, or based off of this game in this mythology. And I have a really strong feeling the last one is going to be them at Ragnarok. I also believe it's going to be named God of War Ragnarok, and they're also gonna hope that Marvel doesn't sue. Damn it! I'll take one more. I'll take one more shot at this before I, you know, do this forever. Alright, it's just you and me now. Damn it! I started that rune attack, and I saw him starting that swing. I'm going, I am boned. I'm trying to get too fancy with that. I know, because I see that first guy get knocked off the cliff, and I'm just like, I know there's a. There you are, kid. There we go. Now we can go back up there to the top of that tower. Hey, it's a...
Ah, Fafnir. I always wondered what became of him.
Wait, Fafnir? Like, Fafnir's storeroom Fafnir?
The very one.
But Sindri said he was a dwarf.
He was. And now he's a dragon. Funny how life works, isn't it?
He's chained up.
Perhaps we should keep an eye out for binding shrines and free the poor bastard. Aye, lads?
Okay, well, how do we get down there? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so we gotta find a way around. Oh, what are you? I think I can parry those.
How did your friend become a dragon, Mimir?
Oh, he's no friend of mine. This little scrote is a constant source of annoyance amongst Aesir and Vanir alike.
Then why free him?
Trust.
Give me a second. They wear really strong armor, have huge swords, and are one of the toughest enemies we faced. Who are they, and what do they want with us? Mom never mentioned the travelers. I hope we don't have to fight too many. That was...
Brother, no one deserves to be held captive like this. Greedy little dwarf come dragon.
Yeah, I really did not like fighting that thing, especially in that really tiny area. Why do all the dragons breathe lightning? What's
Never answered the boy's question, Head. How did this dwarf become a dragon?
Don't know for certain, though I'd wager his penchant for stealing magical artifacts had something to do with it. Must have stolen a trinket from the wrong Vanir goddess.
This is me trying to play pseudo-intellectual, but if I remember correctly, most dragons are symbols of, in most cultures, are symbols of greed. So his greed of trying to steal everything. Fine, you block me from the front, so I'll get you in the back.
Double duo.
Well, like I said, that's entirely a guess. That's I have no idea if any of what I just said was true. So, well, that's just what I remember from.
Look here.
A few different like mythology classes that and various other readings. That's why there's always that, you know, the dragons guard the treasure and all that there. If you're reading this, go away. You don't belong here. This is my ravine, and don't touch any of my stuff on the way out. You're still here. I told you to leave. These are my treasures, and you can't have them. The best stuff is in my storeroom, anyways. But don't think about going there. That place is well guarded. I made sure of that. Just leave me be. I don't need you. I don't need anybody. Certainly not any of Ivaldi's stupid sons warning me about the dangers of greed. I only need to look in my newly acquired Fafnir mirror to see what it does to my skin, but I don't care. My treasure makes me feel safe, and it warms me from the inside like the breath of a dragon. Get lost, Fafnir. Okay, yeah. Like I said, dragons are usually a symbol of greed. You see it in Lord of the Rings with Smaug. You see it. You see it in a lot of different mythologies with dragons. They're always covetous. They're always trying to collect shit.
Think he'll remember you?
I don't know, lad. A lot's changed since we last crossed paths. I had legs.
Oh, great, a witch. Get over! Oh crap, I do not have a revival stone. Yeah, I'll focus on damage arrows.
Yes, sir.
Where you go, you wee little bugger?
You wee little bugger.
Well, I think Dragon hasn't done much for his personality.
Brilliant scale of the chain, moderate perk. Okay. There we go. Peace and happiness has been restored. I like all the dead fish. Everyone knows that boat across the way just disappeared. Oh, I think this is a giant, or not giant, come on, brain. Troll. There we go.
Nightmares! Ah! What awful pain!
I'm not ready.
Fire left side!
That'll take me to the top. See if we can piss this thing off. Okay, I guess he's a statue. I guess now looking at my health, probably best not to piss it off.
I have a favor to ask. Just a small
course.
favor, really.
Of course you do, Sindri. As I said, we'll talk to the dwarf brothers at a later time. Sweet, we can zipline down when we need to. Let's see what's behind this big fancy door. Council of Valkyries. Don't know why I reopened the map.
What is this place?
Ah, could it be? The 8 Thrones.
Stop being coy, Ed. Do you know this place or not?
I'm Mimir, the smartest man alive. I know many things.
Well, whatever this place is, it looks important.
To who? There is little of value here.
This looks like something out of Dark Souls. Yeah, actually, it does kind of remind me of Dark Souls 3 with the thrones as you defeat the Lords of Ash. If anybody's sitting there going, "What the hell? He knows stuff about Dark Souls." Yes, I know shit about Dark Souls. I just don't like playing Dark Souls because I'm a gigantic coward. Wait. Well. I'm sure we'll come back here eventually. Because we might have just found an area that is required for a later quest or something.
I have more information on that whetstone I mentioned earlier.
Shut up. That was rude of me.
Which way to the chisel?
Keep rowing towards the statues of the oarsmen, then thread past between them.
No.
Wow. It's like there was an entire city under the water.
Aye, lad. A forgotten city.
What was it called?
Well, I forgot.
Wait a minute, Mimir. Haven't you told us that you know everything? It seems like you're forgetting quite a lot.
I have a question.
See what I did there?
If Ymir was the first giant, where did he come from?
In the beginning, there was Ganungagot, the great void. There were no realms yet, only primordial forces. There was fire, and there was ice. And there in the void they met and produced...
Water?
Water. The mystic lifeblood of something entirely new. From this water, Ymir took form and became a being of pure creation and chaos, mother and father to all that came after.
Even the Aesir?
Aye. Every god, man, and beast came first from Ymir's flesh. Though it was the Aesir who thought themselves so superior that they should hold dominion over the rest of creation. It was Odin who took arms against his creator and spilled Ymir's lifeblood with his spear. A necessary evil, he would say, to bring order to the realms. From Ymir's torn flesh, Odin would fashion the realm of Midgard for his own. Called himself All-Father as if he was the creator and not the creator's destroyer. The small, covetous tyrant.
Ymir?
Huh? Oh, sorry, my boy. I think it best we just end it there, actually.
Yeah, that's one thing I really like about Norse mythology. And that's how... Hey. And that's how human the gods are. I mean, they are not good people. Whoa! Why could he throw shit at me? Alright, that's a, we'll come here when we have more health and or, gear. Oh wait, no, I do need to, I need to beat that, I forget what these things, ogre? I forget what these things are called. Jesus. I love how it tells me ogre boulder attacks cannot be blocked. They should be dodged. No kidding, game. Jesus! See, I really don't like these kind of fights where they put you in a small, confined area. Especially against an enemy that is... It's the strategy to fight them is to be mobile. But they put you in a small, little, confined fighting area. There we go.
I think you got him. That takes care of that.
Well, hurry it up. You know, it's weird when it's actually better for us at times to do stun damage than it is to do, like, actual main physical damage with the axe. Alright, there's some places to drop this thing. Oh, nope, apparently I can't jump across things while carrying the stone. I guess it's not surprising, but whatever. Love how it just exploded that that bird for no reason. I have a very strong feeling. Like, even at level 6, these things they're just so weak. Creates another light bridge. What if the kid can't climb the chains himself? He just hops on my back. Why was I about to make a Master Roshi comment? Yeah, I don't know why I was about to make a Master Roshi comment, because a Yoda comment would have been much more appropriate. Maybe it's because of my deep love of Dragon Ball.
Well, it was mostly you.
But I helped. I'm gonna say something that ticks off a lot of people for some reason. But I think the original Dragon Ball better than Dragon Ball Z. I truly love the original Dragon Ball way more. And I have friends who give me a lot of shit for that. Bitter squirrel. Is that an actual thing? Seriously? The wolves, I like the wolves that Atreus can summon. I like the the concept of the birds, even though I like the wolves better. But a squirrel? I was saying something before we were fighting that ogre. Now I think about it. Oh, it's what I like. I like Norse mythology. Sorry, I got off that point. Something I really love about Norse mythology is the fact that the gods are gigantic assholes. Okay, well, I think we're supposed to move that to get that there. I'm not really sure what to do next. That was slightly odd, I'm not gonna lie. That was anticlimactic. I'm not sure what the point of that, of moving that gem was. God damn it! I keep getting off this point. Sorry. It's what I love about Norse mythology. The fact that the gods are just complete and utter assholes. They're the most human out of anything. I mean, I think they have their faults. If anything, I'd say that they're extremely flawed. I think that just makes them more interesting. It makes them more. And not saying that the gods in Greek mythology didn't do terrible things. Not saying that the gods in Greek mythology are good people. They're really not. But there's always been something that I liked about the Norse gods.
It's magically locked.
Maybe it's also the fact that technically they're mortal. I mean, not in the, not necessarily in a conventional sense, but I mean, they can be killed. I have just realized how long we've been going here.
You are full of stories. When will you tell one that entertains?
I beg your pardon?
He just insulted you.
Yeah, I got that. So you want a corker, do you? Very well, my brothers. I'll tell you the story of Hrungnir, the brawler. The real story. Or I can just tell you the story later.
That's probably better. Because we're about to fight this thing. I love how they don't try and mess with us unless we mess with them first.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher. We should look for more like this.
Realm of Fog, Niflheim. I know we've been going for a long time. We're already over an hour. I don't know if we're just gonna. I'll pretty much just play until I get bored. So this video might just be super long for no reason.
Father, are you hurt?
Do not worry about me. A tough fight.
Not sure what got added to the journal. Eh. Whatever. We won. Like I was saying, this video might just be really long for absolutely no reason.
Now then, that story I started earlier. I was to tell you the story of Fafnir the Brawler. You know what? I'll tell this one later.
We're not getting
Yeah.
there without a key.
Okay, my guess is that's going to be one of those, one of the things for the brothers. Okay, we went there, went back there.
I started earlier. I was to tell you the story of Fafnir the Brawler. The real story.
There was a huge battle, right? His shrine had him in the middle, fighting off aces.
A pretty story, but no. Fafnir, you see, was born with neither head nor heart. So the giants had to complete him with stone. He was strong, to be sure, but also a perfect simpleton. Odin met him wandering in Midgard one day. Found him so amusing, so harmless, so gullible, that he invites him back to his palace in Asgard. There he gives Fafnir his fill of mead, and goads him into all manner of boasts and antics, all for the amusement of the court. I was there. I saw the Aesir laugh as Fafnir leapt upon his shield and swore he'd kill us all and take our womenfolk back to Jotunheim. Then Thor shows up. And does he laugh? Oh no. Thor takes one look at the drunken stone buffoon, brings down Mjolnir on his head so hard that he's got chunks of Fafnir in his own skull to this day. Thor is so startled by the face full of rock, he doesn't notice Fafnir's body topple right onto him with a sickening crunch. And again, the roars of laughter echo through the palace halls.
That's an awful story, Mimir. Nothing like the ones Mother told me.
Let that be a lesson, my son. Truth is seldom so pretty as myth and legend.
We're not getting there without a key.
Yeah. Just got. Is this all we're gonna keep finding? Is this place is like, well, we're not getting in there. Back to the boat. It's super hot in this room.
Should we dock on this beach?
I have no idea where I'm going anymore. Oh! Getting those shots in on his stomach are the hardest thing because of that shield blocking his back. Oh!
Get away from me! Almost ready! Ruma! I'm not ready! Okay, that was hard.
Tyr's braziers, a symbol of the light that binds all realms together.
Why would he use those strange runes, though?
Now you mention it, he wouldn't. Ah.
We've seen these runes before, but it's the kind I still can't read.
Okay, so it's not the. I'm gonna guess that's the their come on, Brad. Niflheim. Because we can read the Muspelheim runes. We can't. I don't think we have Niflheim yet. I'm legitly surprised we were able to beat that thing. I should also probably head back to what's their names? Brock, there we go. I should head back to him and get a revival stone.
Bothar. Fremund.
Are you okay?
No, son. My goods are underwater. My men are drowned, and yet their bodies continue to walk the beaches.
Hellwalkers. They plague these lands.
I was their captain. They died because of me. But these abominations sully their memories. I will find a way to free them from their tortured state. In this, I am determined. A thunderstorm scattered all 3 of my ships across the lake.
The hell are you?
Hang in there, brother!
It's another one of those maps.
Ugh. Oh, that's that breathing sound that I'm hearing. It's nothing but the giant snake. Is it not obvious? I don't like giant snakes. Holy crap. We've really gotten around this, come on, Brain. We've really gotten around this area. I haven't realized like how far around the Lake of Nine we've gotten.
I discovered opportunities for hunting and trade in these lands.
Thanks, dude.
Boy, what a sad story.
Yes. We should help him.
Really?
You are surprised.
Well, yeah. I didn't think you'd care about helping a spirit.
Fighting more Hellwalkers is good experience for you.
Oh.
I love how he's like, oh my god, Dad's becoming a nice person. No, it's just good. It's good for you to learn how to fight more things. Oh shit.
Fafnir, what can you tell me about that giant lady with the bow?
She was called Skadi, Queen of the Hunt. Her father was Thiotzi, who could take the shape of any wild creature, and taught Skadi how to hunt them all. From the ribs of pack beasts, she fashioned second feet, allowing her to glide upon the snow so no animal could evade her. She became a huntress beyond compare, even to any god. Odin himself wanted her for his bride, believing she would bear him strong sons. But she spurned his affections, and for that insult, Odin vowed revenge. It was put forth that the Aesir were plagued by an eagle who would steal the precious golden apples of Idun. Not even the finest archer among the gods could bring it down. Odin knew that Skadi could not resist the temptation to prove herself superior, and so she joined the hunt. Skadi tracked the eagle as it flew where she alone could glide, and loosed an arrow from her unerring bow. When she collected her quarry, she found no eagle at all, but her own father, poor Thiotzi, slain by his own daughter. She was overcome with grief and shame, for there is nothing nature so reviles as a child who kills their parent. Skadi succumbed to her fate as winter's blanket fell, holding her father as the mountain held her in an embrace to last eternity.
Well, that was sad.
Aye. There aren't many happy endings for the giants, I'm afraid.
You know, I know Loki is like one of the biggest like literary tricksters in Norse mythology, but given the number of stories, again, as long as this isn't like that's not like what's the word? An interpretation? Like if that's like I'm not sure if like that's like a legitimate like Norse mythology like story. If that's like how like actually like how that went down or whatever in again, I hope know what I'm trying to say here, because words hurt. For some reason I can't form a sentence right now. But if that's actually how the legend goes of that story, I don't get why Odin isn't considered a trickster.
Were all those guys part of his crew? That's a tough crew.
And all were his responsibility.
That's a lot of responsibility.
Does it frighten you? Responsibility.
Oh, no. I don't think so. I mean, I think it used to, but not as much anymore.
Why is that?
Well, being out here, with you, makes me feel more grown up.
Here. Boy.
Okay, that's going in the journal.
Captain Erica. Okay, so it's basically from that crew. Oh, wait, we've been up here. Oh, okay, so I have to push it down to zip line over.
Come look at this.
That's pretty nifty. Alright, this guy shouldn't be as complicated because he doesn't have that big... Oh, he's super strong.
Moving a bit slow.
Holy hell! Right, I said, oh, thank God. This one should be easier. Oh, level 7. Oh my God! All right. Let's. I'll finish up this little crew with this guy's or this little crew. God, this little quest with this guy's crew. There we go. New location to fast travel to. We went up there. And back to ground level.
What's that down there?
Yeah, okay. They're up here.
Tell me when. Seriously, how did this one captain lead so many men?
He had their loyalty, so they followed.
And then they all died. He must have been a bad leader.
Why do you think that?
Well, he led all of these men to their deaths.
True. But these men chose to follow. Even good leaders make poor choices. The best take responsibility for them. Remember this.
Father, were you ever a leader?
Many years ago, yes. I led men in battle.
Were you a good leader?
It is complicated.
Did you ever...
Questions, boy. Focus on the task at hand.
Yes, sir.
See, those moments that he almost talks about Sparta, that you can kind of see him. I at first I thought it was just he didn't want his kid to know too much, but I mean he could have talked about that without revealing that he was, you know, a Spartan.
That was the last ship. I hope the captain will be satisfied now.
Unlikely. He was determined to put these men to rest himself.
But he would have never been able to.
That does not matter to him. Our victory will only remind him of his failure.
Then, why do we do this?
What was I saying? Oh,
Boy,
there's times that you kind of see him talking, like kind of almost talking about Sparta.
All right.
It's almost a sense of sadness to him. You know, it's the, you know, were you a good leader? And he's and he just doesn't know how to answer that question. I keep bringing this up. This is what I really like about this iteration of Kratos. He's a much more self-reflecting character. I mean, I'm not saying Kratos didn't really have a... Kratos had a weird kind of amount of depth to him in the original game. I mean, it seemed like he always only had like one emotion, which was, you know, the anger. Which I suppose isn't entirely incorrect. So, like I said, I mean, it's not entirely incorrect to say that, you know, Kratos pretty much had one emotion, and that was anger. But at the same time, how do I want to put this? At the same time, though, I think he always had the kind of
Why did you really want to help the Spear?
You need the experience.
I've had plenty of experience fighting these things. What's the real reason?
This man inspired loyalty. He took responsibility for his mistakes, and he was determined to fix them. These are good lessons for you.
Oh.
Yes. Oh.
Again, I don't know how to put it. Maybe it's because maybe I'm entirely misreading stuff, because I really didn't play a whole hell of a lot of the original God of War games. Not saying I didn't play them at all, but I really didn't play them with that much depth. And I also played them a long time ago when I was younger and didn't read into video games what I do now. But from what I remember, Kratos always did have a surprising amount of depth to his character. It wasn't just all raw, I'm gonna murder everyone. There was almost a sadness underneath it. It was fueled by more revenge than anything else. And I mean, and again, I'm pretty sure this is a very obvious surface level comment, but I think in this game the dynamic is a lot different. This is kind of like when the warrior comes back from the battle and sees everything destroyed. Is like, what was the point? Kind of the end of Gears of War 3, where you had Marcus talking to Anya, and it's like, well, what now? We live, Marcus. That sort of thing. I'm just rambling right now. I couldn't sleep, so it's early in the morning. It's like 2 a.m. and I've been doing this for about 2 hours.
My men are...
That's right. We laid them all to rest.
I see. So even in death, I am a failure.
But in life, you were honorable, strong-willed, and you inspired loyalty. These are good qualities, aren't they, boy?
Yeah. I couldn't believe how many men followed you here.
I thank you for your kind words.
There were like 9 of them.
May your journey have a more pleasant end than mine.
I also like how Kratos just kind of like ran down like he was reading from a list.
He didn't seem very satisfied. I guess you never really get over losing ones you care about.
Never.
Alright guys, well, that's going to about do it for this one. I know this has been a super long video, and if you enjoyed it, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoy doing stuff like this, especially with a game that's so filled with lore and everything. So all this time in the boat's fun, just exploring these different areas. So I hope, like I said, hope you enjoyed it. Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm H.A. Gales, the Game Channel. I'm out.